Alright, time to break glass on the magic missile run, because that sonic crossbow run was a total bust, and I just want to have at least one good 5-cell tactics run going on here. And I do think that magic missiles is going to be the thing to do it. Why, you might ask? Well, the answer lies in the weapon's simplicity. It is not only something that you don't have to worry about ammo management with, but you don't even need to worry about aiming with this weapon. Because as long as you're even slightly facing an enemy around you, it will automatically angle its way towards that. Meaning that that combined with the fact that it's also a very spammable weapon means that you can just plant yourself in a single area and have the ground bedewed with your enemy's blood like few other weapons can do. Or as few other weapons can do with this sort of laziness. In fact, it's a weapon that's so simple that I didn't even really think all that much about it when it was initially introduced. I thought, hey, why don't I just use, why don't I just use something like pyrotechnics instead? That also has infinite ammo, but it has like the oil synergy. It has that little bit of extra damage over time. A lot of good stuff going on there. Why would I want this instead? Well, as it turns out, the ability to have it track onto enemies and just trivially beat up some of the more obnoxious dudes in the game. For example, bombers, kamikaze bats. The demons especially, as I get a little bit later into the game, are going to be very well countered by this weapon. And again, without even moving, if I feel like it. It's worth so much. It's a very, very good weapon, and I would highly recommend having this thing unlocked, regardless of if you're being on a 5-cell mode. You can use this thing for any sort of tactics run. If you're thinking, I want to do tactics in any style, I think that a magic missile will fit well in just about any sort of build you're using. As soon as you get to late game and you have a couple synergies, you have a couple... Yeah, be a little bit careful here. You have a couple synergies going on, you have a couple upgrades to the weapon in general. It's like you're gonna be killing enemies real fast with very minimal effort. I mean, even something like one of the more obnoxious bosses you can fight, the Conjunctivius. Now, suddenly, you don't even have to worry about chasing her around the entire map. You can just stand in one spot, take her from 100% to 0, or at least into the tentacle phase, no problem at all. Of course, that's not to say that this is any sort of silver bullet of a weapon. You do have to remember that you are still in a tactics run, and that bosses do explicitly, regardless of how much DPS you have, take some time to fight, and that's still gonna have me dealing with some, potentially 100% to 0 types of moments for myself, but still, it's like, as far as weapons go, it's like, you can't ask for too much better than this. And much like the flamethrower turret, it's something that just really fits into whatever sort of run you're doing by virtue of being good. The other major issue that you have with it is that its base damage is not amazing. Its utility, its attacking and everything like that, great. And as soon as you get a good run going, it's good. But until that point, like, I want to say that mid-game is a little bit tougher for this weapon compared to normal, but the fact that late game becomes a lot better, well, as far as a tactics run goes, is worth its weight in gold. What you got? I mean, I don't want the parry shield all that much right now, so I'm just going to take that instead. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really... The other thing is that there isn't really anything to, buff up this weapon, to create any sort of synergies with. You're really just looking for powerful stuff, and stuff that will give you poison, bleed, fire, maybe even, like, freezing. Probably end up taking, like, caltrops or something like that, especially if I'm going to be going after the Conjunctivius like I have built up right now. It's one of those things where I also... As much as I do like this weapon, and as much as I really do believe in how good it is, I don't know, man. I generally don't do a whole lot of tactics runs, so maybe there's a good chance that the gilding will come off of this at least a little bit over time. Don't say that it can't happen with any of these weapons, because certainly stuff like, God, I don't know, you know what? The rapier. The rapier was a weapon that I remember when I was doing the showcase, the very, very first, like, Season 1 showcase run for that. I was thinking, it's like, oh man, this weapon was so good. It was the one that I used to beat the Watcher, the Conjunctivius flawlessly for the first time. And, it's based around, like, rolling, and I'm so heavy into that dodge game. It's like, how can this weapon be bad? And it's like, because the damage really isn't all that good. In the original time that I used it, it was one where I had a 2 times damage version of it, and there was this and that, and eventually I just kind of had to come to the conclusion that, well, maybe it's not as good as I thought it was. I can't imagine that it's going to be quite the same thing for Magic Missile, but you always do want to leave yourself open, just in case this thing turns out to be less than impressive. I'd like to think that despite how much I do play this game like myself, which is, what tautology if I ever heard one, but you know what I mean. It's like that I'm at least doing a little bit of, I'll just take Crowfoot. Caltrops, as I was saying. I do like to think that I'm taking at least a little bit of an objective look at these weapons. Oh well, we'll see. Either way, I talked a big game, I couched my expectations, and let's just see how it's going from here. I mean, really, overall, it is just a good weapon. It's the same sort of thing that I was saying, that I said when somebody said, hey, you launch into the bit pretty quickly with that flamethrower episode. It's like, well, yeah, there's not too much to say. Flamethrower turret is a good weapon. It does good for you. Like, use it, and it'll do damage to your enemies, and it'll do a lot of damage to your enemies, at least relative to a lot of other weapons. Like, I'm going to get to the infantry grenade episode, and it's going to be like, throw weapon on ground, explode, do damage. All right, so what do we got for the rest of the episode? An hour and a half left. Oh no. I mean, it's brutality. Hey, y'all remember Pepsi Blue? It was like I don't know if it was actually supposed to be like Pepsi at all, but it had that kind of like blue raspberry flavor that you see in a lot of candies, like your lollipops and the like. I don't know. I didn't really like it all that much. I do remember that at the same time the Pepsi had also released like Pepsi Holiday Spice, and I like that one a lot more. It was basically Pepsi with ginger in it, and it was something of an acquired taste, I feel like, because I remember a lot of people. Okay, look, I can talk about discontinued sodas for literally hours on end, but boy, is that just audio poison. Look, I will talk about it, but not right now. We'll at least wait until we get into the second half of the episode and I really start running out of stuff to talk about. Oh, God. Okay, I actually did manage to get out of there. Good. Now, like I said, it's just like, really, go full glass cannon, get some synergies, maybe freeze, maybe you happen to just find a turret that launches out some poison, maybe even try to get releases Toxic Cloud on the weapon too. I actually see that pretty commonly when it comes to Magic Missile. On a couple of the... no. On a couple of the bombed runs I even had that on just the starting version alongside plus 100% on poison target, which was kind of an amazing get. Of course, those were bombed runs because I probably said a word incorrectly once, so I'm like, well, I can't put this in there because I'm a madman, as you know. Let's just continue on here. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a rough go, but even, I don't know, like you look at I compared that sonic crossbow so much to the magic missile at the start, unintentionally really, that it's like, I gotta at least put my money where my mouth is with this weapon at the start of the game, and I do think that this is a pretty good start. I mean, come on. Owl's a great turret. Heavy turret's a great turret. Also buffs up the damage of the magic missile a little bit. Nutcracker's not really doing too much for me aside from being a stat caddy, but hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Talked about stat jockeys, speaking of Season 1 episodes, I talked about speaking of Season 1 episodes and the rapier and everything like that, I did talk about stat jockeys a lot, and that was really a thing way back in the day. The idea that, a weapon carrying just an extra stat can be worth more than like the actual weapon itself. Just something to buff out your damage or health even a little bit, even if you have no intention on using it, is great. And although at this point in time, everything carries stats if you have the forge upgraded enough, it's still something to think about occasionally. Still something that I look back on with fond remembrance, and by fond I mean I played the Legacy update, the old updates a little while ago, and I remember that, oh boy, Dead Cells used to be so much rougher of a game, didn't it? Well, anyway, what I'm saying is that Nutcracker is a welcome member of the team, regardless of if I'm actually going to use it or not. And let's be honest, we are currently working with a quite good build of some good weapons. It's just going to be hanging out in back, giving me a little bit of extra health. Which, if I do manage to get hit, as I have... Oh, that was a secret. I was thinking, it's like, did I get hit there? Because my controller for a second there, it vibrated. But no, that was just a little bit of extra money. Okay, that was weird. I hate it when that happens, where I think it's like, oh no, did I do something bad? I already do have the full-on 60 kills that I require, as well as 2 pieces of clean food on the ground, which I have yet to use. Shouldn't need to say it again. This is a good weapon. Anyway. Oh, well. Oh, no. Oh, poison has no effect on me. Oh, that's actually useful. Because I was noticing it's like, hey, wait a second, I didn't actually take damage from that. Right. I got one of the few times that it's actually useful to get a the poison necklace affixes. Cool. All right. Well, anyway. Yeah, and I guess I might as well continue on with like the sewer route if I don't really need much for healing right now. I mean, you even saw that the whole thing that I was talking about, where you just sit still and let the magic missile do the work, was very much in full effect right there. Cool, cool, cool. Not extra damage, but the special affix is giving me a little bit of extra damage. Owl, as always, especially if you are getting hit as little as I have managed to so far, is a great addition to any sort of tactics-based run. All right, well, yeah, that's... so far, that gilding has not come off the lily just yet. Oh, but I'm waiting for that shoe to drop. Oh, well, in the meantime, who knows? If I get some sort of secondary weapon going on here from the colorless chest, or maybe even just you, or... Well... Oh, boy. What a necklace for this run. Anyway, I'm going to take this. Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's like, why would you do that? Why would you not take the overpowered thing? Because it's too overpowered. I said before, I'll say again, if you see it on your own runs, absolutely, absolutely take it. Do not let me stop you. But I just can't. It's the tourist necklace. as somebody in one of the comments put it. You just walk right by everything. And at least compared to most of the other tactics runs that I had, this one's going to be easier on bosses. Not trivial. Not trivial. Make no mistake on that. Okay, you know what? That's fine. I was just saying, like any sort of second-hand weapon, like a raspberry beret, any sort of thing that you can buy from a second-hand shop, is going to be welcome in this run. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. And there we go. All right. I should probably... You know, I did get... I mean, I might end up... I don't know. I'm just like trying to think it over right now. Do I want to go and... Like, what's going to be the mutations? This is probably also one of the times that the Tranquility mutation could be pretty useful, because I am very far away from enemies more often than not. See, I told you, just look at this excellent, excellent countering of what is otherwise just an incredibly obnoxious enemy to fight. Yeah, Tranquility could be good, but I don't know if I'm going to need that extra damage. Maybe at the start here, though. Could be something worth taking. Yep. Just holding down the button there took care of it. Oh, Magic Missile, you're so good. Magic Missile. It's the perfect thing to cast into the darkness, which I do believe is a reference that might have... it's an ancient internet meme. Go look it up, kids. But also, it might... You know, hey, aren't I the guy that has in the past called Motion Twin out on including... Yeah, I will take that. Has called Motion Twin out on including like 300 references in the Spartan sandals, and I'm doing, you know, the old, what is it, the Dead Alewives Society bits. Well, that was bad. Oh well, at least that worked out well for me. Yeah, well, might have a point. But you know, I don't even have a butt. Cast a magic missile in the darkness. Well, anyway, maybe I can just say it. It's like, hey, it's a cultural thing. You kids got to get educated on your internet memes. They're gonna be like teaching that in schools one of these days. This is maybe the worst excuse I've had for some dumb garbage that I've said in an episode ever. But I mean, you know, one of the things about having it is that this is not a game. This is just a dumb garbage episode of a long series of showcase runs that I've done, so I can make all the terrible references that I want. Anyway, probably people that were born after that stopped being relevant. After that reference stopped being relevant. Not that I care. I revel in that sort of old man reference stuff. I mean, I make a lot of references from things that came out before I was born. This is all stupid. Let's get into the sewers. All right. Going pretty well so far, aside from one real big hit that I got from that slammer, which, oh, there's not going to be any less slammers, especially if I do decide to go into stuff like another good place that you can use the magic missile up against the giant. And certainly I've been going up against that dude a lot lately. Why stop now, though? I haven't done it a whole lot before. I like to think that this is just recompense for that, now that they added a door to make the runs a lot shorter, but I didn't say that. No, I'm not trying to cut out like another 20 minutes. I mean, how could I, you know, do that to my loyal viewers who want the longest episodes possible just because I don't feel like playing? No, that's terrible. That would be like me purposely mispronouncing the name of an item in every single episode I do, even if I had absolutely no intention of saying that item, just doing it anyway. No, I would never do that. I would try to troll my viewership, the people whom I owe everything and would be nothing without. It's like, why would I? What possible reason could I have for... Ooh, what's this? Yeah. What possible reason would I have for angering people? I kind of like this, but I'm not going to. The phaser would be nice, but I mean, it really does require like a different type of weapon to really make work. However, the shield I do think is going to be a little bit better than the tentacle, which I haven't even used just yet. But yeah, like a shield I could actually conceive of getting a little bit of usage out of it. All right. Yeah, phaser's great and everything, but especially one that has double damage. I'm already living on the razor's edge going full on purple like this anyway. Especially with those ugly worms, which do manage to get a lot of pot shots off on me as much as I would like it not to be so. Or spikers, similarly, who also have the range to back up their threateningness. You know, back up was not really the word to use there, but I did it anyway. Anywho. Okay, and Kamikaze vaccine take now trivially. In fact, I should probably go and see if I can't find enough enemies to go take that chunk of watermelon. Because I do think that the watermelon especially is going to be... Yep, and this would have been a very bad time to take that chunk of watermelon. Knowing that I am going to get cursed with that, because I did take acceptance. Want to be as careful as possible. Okay, fine. I guess it's time to use my own shield. Or not. Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, hey. If the price is right, and it absolutely is. I I've said before that it's like it doesn't really matter too much for the actual stat scaling, but I'm not going to turn it down. No, right now I think the only thing that I really need left is just to get an upgrade for this weapon in the first place. Because, of course, I mean, this especially, knowing that I'm not going to be getting a ton of damage off of something just based on its base damage alone. I do want to try to get the best version of it that I possibly can, and I should have at least one weapon shop in this entire area somewhere around here. Either way, I do have nearly the 18 or 20 tactics that I usually like having by the time I get to the first boss. I would have probably, well, I would be able to pretty easily get that if I did just keep the shield that I was using before, but come on. Don't turn down a free rampart. We're going to have an equivalent with, Oh, wait, I actually managed not to get hit there. Cool. Yeah, when I get to doing the actual rampart episode, it's like we're going to have a very similar gushing type of episode. Man, I feel like it's just mocking me right now. We're going to have a very similar type of gushing episode as to how good that one is as well. So, yeah. All right, anything that I could even possibly want here? Probably not, but hey, I only do like the 25% damage reduction. I actually already have that on the heavy turret, so never mind then. Unless I want to like double up on that with the owl, but I do think that I'm probably instead going to want to... no. I am going to want to instead just focus up on keeping that owl, because I do know that regular turrets are not going to be hitting Conjunctivius very well. However, owl turrets, living animal-based turrets will. I don't even know if I want to go take that piece of watermelon just for a single malaise cure. It does not... I don't think the price is right for that. At least in my mind. I just hope that the other shop that I have is and I completely walked past it apparently like 3 times, is one that is a weapon shop. Because that's all I need. I got the money for it. 90K? Yeah, no, that'll be plenty. However, I do need it to, you know, offer me the goods and services that I require. Great. Don't even need it. 75% damage reduction is also something that is very useful when it comes to going up against Conjunctivius. Well, with the many, many projectiles that she likes spewing out. Aside from that, do have one more piece of parchment to get me that final 20 points of tactics, and yeah, should be good to move on as soon as I check in on the shop status. Well, that's annoying, but I'll deal with it. Oh, those tentacles. They'll get you. They will get you. And as of right now, it's like, is there even an easy way to get 5 enemies? Well, kind of. I guess I probably could if I wanted to go chow down on a little bit of watermelon, but is it really worth it? That's the question we all have to ask ourselves. Perfect. So what do you have that might be of interest? I do want Pierce. So I think I'll probably end up taking you. Piercing, I think, is always a pretty good thing with this weapon, especially because you know, like I was saying in the Sonic Crossbow, you do end up going up against a lot of enemies at a single point in time. More often than not on 5-cell mode. Then just grab a little bit of extra cashola here, and yeah, I'm not going to worry about taking that piece of the food. That's just, yeah, knowing that I'm going to get cursed. I don't want to mess around with that. I don't want to bring that evil into my life. All right. I didn't get the 60 kills there. That's kind of surprising. I'm going to be honest. Makes victims bleed. I could probably go for like makes like poison. Nope, see. Or 300% is also pretty good too. But I'll give her a try. But you know what? Whatever, it's fine. I'm not going to mess around with that too much. No, I think in the meantime, I am going to... screw it, just do it. There. Yeah, I know I even said that it's like, hey, I want to take caltrops in the first place because I want to use them in this fight, but, I think this is going to be better. All right. Don't have the synergy yet, but it's like... Don't have the synergies just yet, but it's like that's not really too much of a problem as of just yet. No, like look at that. See, this is the sort of thing that I'm talking about with how it's very usable in this fight. It's just unfortunate because if I did have that synergy, it would be going so much better. Okay. All right. And... one more. And done. Should probably also just go for a little bit of parrying work here too to make this even easier on myself. And there we are. And you know what? I'm also a little bit worried about the sweeping tentacles, so I'm going to make this real easy on myself. Mm-hmm. Oh, you... So close to a perfect fight, too. I just managed to get myself up against the wall, which is usually something you don't really think of the Conjunctivius even doing, but here we are. All right, get out of here, you. Oh, actually, that's a very good blood sword. It's too bad that, yeah, it's not quite the most usable thing going on. Anywho, let's just grab all this and then, I guess, head out into the graveyard. I mean, hey, if you got the chance to go into the graveyard, why not? It is a good place to find a lot of extra stats. It's also a good place to get... Oh, wow, I hit the 19 minutes for this door. That's also a rarity, especially knowing that, you know, I didn't really, wasn't really planning on that. I want the stats. I want the stats more than anything else. I need them stats. And then if I get even a single curse or a single piece of food, I should be fine for, well, everything else. Give me 100% of poison and give me poison. Close. There you go. Yeah, I'm just thinking about the future right now. Trying to make sure that I get that extra little edge that I require to really send this weapon into the Hall of Fame of damage. I was going to say overdrive, but I've been saying that too much lately, so I decided instead for something that made no sense at all. As I do. Anyway, it's looking great. 21. Especially if I do manage to get a little bit of floor rune challenge rift action. It's like I can imagine this being like extraordinarily powerful by endgame. But as it is, it's going just fine. I guess now that I do have an upgrade for the... magic missile, that I might end up going for an upgrade to something like the owl, or maybe even just an entirely different turret, if I possibly can. Because it is still fairly low level. An unimpressive type of damage that I'm getting out of it right now, but it's still... The utility is still good enough that I want to keep it around. But now that I'm not going up against the Conjunctivius, like, stuff like getting a more traditional turret, whether it is a ceiling turret or a crossbow-matic, the like, it's like that, I can easily switch that out. And it will be no problem at all. Nope. There we are. Oh, and also a good time to be getting that, oh, come on, really? Also a good time to be getting the, I think I want to keep the Rampart. Very shield-rich run, isn't it? And that's a lot of extra damage, but the damage is not really all that big of a deal compared to getting the stat damage that I'm getting. What you got? Got anything of interest? Nah. I still think that compared to that sort of weapon, that I would rather just have the owl for right now. Not worry too much about it. Get the thing that I know is going to be by my side, literally and figuratively, for quite some time. Perfect. Magic Missile. I mean, it is, you know, compared to a lot of the other spells in the game, this one is a lot more traditionally magical. It's your classic type of Dungeons and Dragons type of spell, and one that, yeah, in most other games I would probably be using all the time. And I remember in, like, Adom, nearly got killed because I accidentally fired it against the wall and it bounced like 5 times to myself. I think that was eventually the run that I got an Ultra ending with, which is maybe one of the hardest things that I've done in any video game. And I nearly ended it by having a poorly angled spell bounce through my chest several times. But yeah, I mean, it does kind of speak to the fact that I do generally like to play more of the magic builds in any sort of game, really. I mean, when it comes to your Dark Souls-esque and even stuff like the Dead Cells, I'll go for a little bit more melee. But if we're talking like classic turn-based roguelike, whatever, I generally prefer magic because you have like better utility from from each one of the spells, you know, whether it's attacking at a range or the various buffs and the like that you get, or you just have there's more stuff you can do. Spells in a lot of video games just are like, physical attacks tend to be of the sort where it's like, hey, I'm going to hit a dude, and I'm going to hit a dude very hard. Level 10, hit dude. Level 20, hit dude really hard. Whereas, like, spells can have a lot of, funky extra abilities on top of everything that you're using, which I think makes them a lot more fun to use in a lot of ways. Well, or at least that's how I see it. That is not the food shop. Look, I'm going to wait until I was going to say I'm going to wait until I get to fighting enemies before using a potion charge, but it looks like that's going to be how it goes down. Yeah, no, full stop. Come on, I want to see if I can't find something else around here, maybe? Come on, all I need is a single piece of food, and then... fine. There is a food shop in here, too, and everything. It's just... And, you know, another thing is that with a... Yeah, sure, there we go. With a, tactics-based run, you generally don't have the ability to, you know, survive long enough to use 2 potion charges in a single fight. So I don't feel too bad about using that. I even said so much in the last run that I was doing with the Sonic Crossbow, and you got to see that in action where I was only able to use a single potion charge before getting brutally murdered. Oh my god. There, that's all I need to get rid of. Alright, well, whatever. I'm not using a second potion charge here. That's still very frustrating though, because especially it's like this is a good run. It's just again, it's the problem where it's falling into the trappings and issues that yeah, cool, great. The problems and issues that any sort of tactics run falls into, which is terrible, just terrible. Okay, and then we got you, which I don't care about. Yeah, and the real frustrating thing is that with alienation and acceptance, I can get any amount of food, malaised up or no, and it will still be very much good for me. But I do need to have it actually drop, is the thing. All right, 25. And then one more of these fellows fought, and we're good. Complete lack of food here is really what's killing me. Well, so is bad play. But I mean, hey, if I didn't want to get killed by traps, I should have taken masochism, as you know. As everybody that's played this game knows. And done, here we go. All right. And done a, tactics-based run. All right. And okay. Just a little bit more, and I should be able to get back up to full health then. Oh, frustrating. Oh, well, that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes, and that's why I did take stuff like the ability to be cursed as I did. As I did do. And there we go. Okay, so yeah, potion charge is what, like 90k? Oh man, I can only hope that I'll be able to get enough money for that, and I do think I'll probably have like a cursed chest to kind of round myself out, but it is still scary to think about in the first place. And I probably will end up going into the Cavern just because the Cavern does... I mean, you know, just the ability to angle your shots upwards is going to take care of demons, which are just the worst things. They're the worst things to be fighting anywhere. Everything else, like, you know, I don't actually have poison synergy on my magical missiles now, do I? Huh. I guess I should probably keep that in mind as I'm going through here. In fact, I will keep that in mind right now as I go for the cursed chest that I'm going to be getting right now. Yeah. So it's like I'm actually like not even doing as much damage as I should be. I didn't even consider that. Oh, well. Not going to be that big of a deal. However, what is going to be a big deal is curse, as it always is. Perfect. I'm going to just get rid of that right now. Don't want to get too cocky, Starbucks. Star Fox. I said Starbucks, didn't I? Stupid. Anyway. Now, I do know there are enemies down here, so I am going to be perhaps exercising the slightest bit of caution. Anybody else that's going to be coming in here? Because, yeah, I knew it. Knew it was going to be these funky fellows. These funky, fresh gentlemen. Coming in here, trying to ruin my day. Ain't gonna do it though, because you are already dead. Yeah. I told you, you just plant yourself in one spot and crush all that oppose you. Okay. Yeah, I do think that that's gonna be about everything that I'm getting, and there's... I do have the Architect's Key, I suppose, so I might as well go up here and see what this area has to offer, but I don't really have my hopes too high that I'm going to manage to miraculously pull out enough money. Maybe if I do manage to go into each one of the cell doors for a little bit of that extra cashola. But that's also like, I guess I only really need like 10,000, and maybe if I find like a cursed sword or a giant killer that has a big price ticket on it, and consequently a big sell ticket, I could manage to afford that potion charge. But it is like 10k gold that I need. Or I could just find, like, I don't know, what? Oh, wait, yeah, no, these are like cells, aren't they? Which is even less useful. Oh, well, maybe I'll find an elite. Oh, my God. There you go, though. That worked out well. Maybe I'll also get the 60 kills, which could be also quite good for, you know, remaining alive. I guess I do have gold as well as a cell. Okay, I'm actually rethinking my initial impression of my chances of getting this thing, and I'm thinking that it's a lot more likely now, but I'm also still not going to say very likely. It's just has increased from 0 to a little bit. To possible. 0 to possible. Ah, what you got? Yeah, which one of you is worth more? The exact same, eh? I'm so close. I'm going to at least go for the other 4 kills, just because the 60 kills is going to be nice, but I guess I'm just going to have to go with the three potion charges and learn to love it. Because there ain't nothing else I'm doing in here, is there? Oh well. Just a mild amount more enemies. 2 more. And I'm out. I've already spent far too long in here. Do not need to belabor the point anymore. I mean, like I said, I'm not here to troll my audience by, like, whether it's, you know, taking too long on a single area purposefully or mispronouncing a word over and over. That would be ridiculous. Yeah, I would need 6,000 more, and maybe, like maybe in some sort of miraculous way, if I combed through the level, I might be able to scrounge up just barely enough to get that, but I don't think it's worth it. Besides, you never know, maybe I'll be flush with cash in the next area, and I'll be able to grab it from the food shop in this place. Very unlikely. It's going to be like 250,000, but I don't know. Maybe. Never say never. None of this is very good. Well. I'll have to look also again for potentially getting an upgrade for my owl. I do think that that's maybe one that I should really consider. Or just changing the owl out for something else, because there's nothing really... The owl's not doing that much. I need more. Now, you might also say, didn't you forget to re-roll your magic missile to have 100% on poison? And no, I was saving up money to buy a new magic missile. Yeah, that's the ticket. Anyway, don't question me anymore on that. Don't at me. That's what I was doing. Oh, liposuction. Ooh, real useful. Well, there he is, the man of the hour, who drops this actual weapon. Oh, I hate those guys, and it's not like they're any easier in here to deal with. I might have their basic type of ability, but I can't really shoot through walls in the same way that they can. Ooh. There you go, though. Yeah, wrenching whip. Maybe I should just also keep that around just on the off chance that I might want to use it for a little bit of healing. Now, let me be clear. When I say off chance, I mean it's very unlikely that that's going to happen, but I still want to keep the option open to myself nonetheless. Like, I'm worried, because Cavern tends to be the place where things go quite wrong quite quickly. And having even any sort of insurance, even in what might not be a very traditionally usable type of weapon in this type of run, is still worth something. Look, I would rather be safe than sorry. I don't need that gold right now that I would get from selling it. And even if I forget to do so as I leave the area, I don't think that's a big deal. Yeah, yeah. Okay. However, if I do get everything that I'm looking for this upcoming fight, this should be one easy giant kill. Because tactics... Tactics is a great way to go about killing that big old skeleton man. Okay. Okay. A little bit worrying there. Skeletons can be tricky characters to fight, but dealt with them just fine. Anyway. Oh, and good. We also have a extra stat here, which 27 is looking pretty good. All right, what do you got? Give me a good skill and I'll be very interesting. $100 damage. 10,000 DPS. That's a lot of deeps. Be rolling in those deeps. This is a terrible idea. I do want to make that absolutely clear. But, I mean, you know, I got disengagement. That'll cover, that will clear myself of so many sins. Not that many sins, but look, it's already been done. And I got Magic Missile. Magic Missile is great for dealing with this sort of stuff. You know, like, look at this. Ooh, what a bad idea. Especially with that. Oh my god. Oh my god. The pro level dodges are great, but they're also like, I shouldn't be putting myself in this position in the first place. Anybody want to teleport over here? Or were you all killed by double damage tornado? You were all killed by double damage tornado, I understand. Look, I would be too. Oh boy. Things I do to have a good episode. I mean, look, you're so much on the razor's edge with a tactics run. I don't really see how this is all that much of a difference from the usual sort of run that I'm doing. Besides, this is also one of the better weapons and one of the ones that are going to be protecting me from the very difficult enemies. Okay. I know I don't really need to justify myself anymore, but I'm doing it anyway. I miss when you could, boy, do I miss when you could, actually carry around turrets. You know, I would really like one of these things, but only if it's giving me... Goodbye, biters, I guess. Okay, then. But only when it's... Where did you even come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Well, you still have alienation acceptance. Ah-cha-cha. Okay. Excuse me. Whew. You should also just try to re-roll the magic missile into being 2 times damage. I mean, I am going to be re-rolling it after this point, so if it does happen to rear its ugly head, why not? Nope. You too. There we are. You know, I was saying I didn't really care too much about damage for this, damage on the shield, but it's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So, it's got that going for it. 30. Which is pretty alright. And is only going to get more over time. I mean, we hard... I don't know. I thought I panicked so much. I couldn't even put it into words there for a second. I visibly cringed, which is not a usual thing for these type of runs. That's the level of stress that I'm feeling right now. Yeah. Oh boy. 2 times damage on my funky fresh tornado. Gonna be fine for taking out those fellas. Okay. Those sweaty palm type of things again that I described before. Nope. Ooh. Did you see me? Okay. Okay. Here's the thing. There is a there. Look. When I get to the food shop, I'll be able to at least afford a piece of watermelon. I'll be able to fully heal from that. Believe you me. Or alternatively, yeah, no, forget about that then. There's so many very bad ideas that are going on here, but I don't care. At this point in time, you know what I'm thinking? 3 perfect boss fights. You're saying, no, such a thing is impossible. It's only impossible if you say it is. Potion charge is not going to matter at all. And that's what's going to happen. Okay. This is so stupid. This is such a stupid run. Why am I doing it like this? Anyway. You, Arbiter, are trying my last bits of patience right now. There we are. That should do it. That was a little bit close, actually. Getting nearly the retaliatory death grenade going on there. What a strange run. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Can't say it's boring, though. I mean, I was afraid that it might not have been all that interesting, given how well known that this weapon is good and everything like that, but as it turns out, there's a lot more twists and turns along the way than I could have possibly expected. Anything of interest? No. Nope, I'm out of here. I mean, well, I'm not out of here just yet. I am probably going to be, at this rate, hitting up some of the cell doors to afford that very, very good turret. But at least I'm mostly wrapping up the area as you know it. There you go. I hate. You remember when I left that whip? No, I shouldn't do that. Or should I? Or should I? I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying. Maybe. Yeah, you get out of here. And then... oh, it's that whole thing again where it gets just unlocked in a very ridiculous way. All right, I'm just going to sell that. And then we're going to go forward this. And then, I don't know, something. This is stupid. Anyway, the real question right now is how much do I need to go afford a piece of watered melon? I hope it's not too much because I don't really have a whole lot in my bank account right now. Okay, and of course there's another one of you guys down here. And I didn't even get them. Alright, that should take care of that funky fresh fellow. Okay. It will cost about 53,000. Well, oh boy, this is going to be something now, isn't it? I don't regret it. I'd like to say that I lived a long and full life, even though it is about to end. It's okay, though. It's just fine, because I did remember to do this. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't switch that out, which is also a very bad thing. Thinking about it right now. So now it's not just doing two perfect boss fights. It's kind of enforced by the way I've played. Okay. Yep. We're going to have a little bit of a dearth of commentary for this particular point in time. Please understand. Oh boy. Huh. That's kind of funny. Tornado reflects the crystal projectiles. That's amusing. There we go. Oh, this is something. Anyway. Hoo. I don't know what to think. I also didn't even get enough money to re-roll my mutations again. Now I know what you're thinking. I told you so when I saw you pick up that tornado for the first time. To which I say, shut up. You know what, here? Why not? You know, I've already done so many very stupid things. Why not just add one more to the list? Whew. Let's go. I mean, really can't get any worse. You can only get so wet, right? Okay, well, there's part one. Again, maybe a little bit of a commentariat dearth, but you know. I'd like to say, please understand. Whew. I don't know what you all were worried about. This is so stupid. Oh, are you kidding me? 15 away from being able to reroll my mutations. What is this? What is this absolute utter nonsense? Oh, no. Oh. Look. One thing you can't say is that it's not a successful run. Yeah. And look at all the nonsense that I did over the course of this, and it's still technically under the constraints that I put on myself over the course of these runs, still a successful run. Like, look at it. I'd like to say that if that's not proof of the sort of quality that this weapon can give you, then like nothing will convince you. Certainly better than the Sonic Crossbow. Anyway. Oh god, what a stupid. Well, this is going to be a weird episode in the legacy of this series now, isn't it? I gotta admit that. Hey, give me like some sort of upgrade for I don't know anything. I'll probably replace the tornado. Nope. No, I won't, I guess. Hi. All right, alien key. Good. It's a good thing that I got the alien key. I just need the elevator key, and I'm not going to be waiting around here any more than I need to. If I could get a piece of food, that would be great, because, you know, I couldn't change my mutations at all. I want to switch into getting necromancy, but, oh boy, was that never going to happen. No siree, Bob. Oh, well. Not that big of a... Hey, what do you got? Sure. Can only get so wet. And I'm pretty damn soaking right now. Oh, come on. There we are. Well, at least I'll be able to re-roll the mutations on the next go. Oh, God. Almost got it killed by a magistrate of death, which might actually be a first for me. Those guys are a little bit frustrating to deal with, but I don't know if I've ever actually gotten properly killed by one. Yo. I guess I'd probably go for this. I have my doubts that I'm going to be able to afford it, though. All right, all right. Yeah, and I'll say this, though. The gilding has not come off this lily just yet. Especially, did you see how I was able to very trivially kill that librarian? Again, worth its weight in gold. Good. And yeah. That's my cue to get on out of here. Although I will check down a little bit below to see if I can't find perhaps another shop, a food shop, which I would like to see. Okay. Because with the way that everything was kind of spawned here, I'm thinking that it's probably just going to be, the shop's just probably going to be like right here. Nope. Not even. Not doing anything with that. The range on this weapon is very good, isn't it? Oh god, don't kill me due to the electro whip. That would perhaps be the worst way to die. Something that can't even do malaise damage to you. Nope. Come on, I just want to check on the other shop. Is that so much of a crime? Surely you can just let me in here for a couple of seconds. Fine then, we'll do it like this, I guess. Oh, man, the shop was farther down here than I thought, I guess. Nope. Not letting that happen. Not losing that run to this incredibly stupid thing. Not what I meant to do. But it didn't work, but it worked out in my favor anyway. Cool. Oh, come on. Really just nothing doing as far as finding the things that I'm looking for here. I'm just looking to see if there's like one shop, because I'm willing to curse myself to get a little bit of healing. Oh, it's just a freaking weapon shop. It didn't even matter, as it turns out. I don't know, anything like real good here. Not that I'll be able to afford it anyway, but I might as well check. So I did take a hit there, but I also rallied up most of the health, and that's kind of going to be the game plan in the final boss fight too. because I kind of don't have any other plans that could possibly even somewhat function. Like, not even a little bit. Nope, it's going to be try not to get hit. In this, my stupidest run. Might as well have just done a Cursed Sword run at this rate. But hey, you know what? Cursed Sword doesn't have this sort of utility to it. So, who's the fool now? Me. Like, have you seen the stuff that's been happening here? Good. Now, got a ton of enemies and a little bit of health, which, again, it's like, if I was going to be working towards health, I think that there are far more important decisions that I could have made over the course of this than the ones that I ended up doing. Yikes. Get that good turret action in, and then Great and Elite. Alright, well, this might be where the run ends. Yeah, I'll say. Oh my god, it was very close. I mean, I guess it... Hey, tactics runs are, they're back, baby. Again, successes is successes. Okay. I'll take it, because it's like I was going to die if I got hit anyway, so... Alright. Yeah, like I said, the malaise is going to be cured by the alienation. So this whole gambit that I got right now is just really highly dependent on me not dying. Which is, you know, not really like any different from any other point in time in the game, but especially any other point in time in the game that I get cursed, but there is no but. Ugh. You know what? Let's just kind of go. Let's just go back and fight some other enemies. There's enough here to get rid of this curse before I go around and do something very stupid, like die to a trap while being cursed. Because that's, I mean, you know, it works like that sometimes. I feel like for the most part, I've kind of got that trap down, but I'm not going to say every time. Just most times. Okay. And take you out real quick. And yeah, these guys. Okay. Yeah, that'll do it. And one more. And then I'll at least be back up to full health for the rest of Ye Olde Tower Heist. And maybe even farther than that if I decide to get cursed even more. Which, I don't know, maybe. I'm not going to say it won't happen. Apparently right directly below me. Yeah, okay. That's enough out of you two, and 2 times damage for the rest of the game. Great. Great. Lot of good stuff happening here. I mean, if there's one thing that I want people to remember this run for, it's all the amazingly good decisions that I made over the course of it. There have been so many of them. It's like, how can you even choose one? Good. Yeah. Yeah, at least I was able to rally up most of that health. Thereby resulting in what I would call a win. Yep. Alright, I forgot those guys don't have any ability to see walls. Which is a thing, I guess. I don't know. I can go down and get that other piece of food. Why would I even bother? What a stupid idea that would be. Okay. And an elite up here, too. Cool. And it's an elite, one of these guys, eh? Which, of course, has one of these things on. Good. If the 3 and the 1 there were switched around, if I could put you and I in the alphabet together. Well, I made it to the final boss. I don't know what y'all were worried about. And there we go. If anything, this has been a really stellar example of a run. You know how I always say it's fine? Well, check it. It's totally fine. I don't even know what I want to do here. Well, I guess disengagement. Yeah. It's like, what else you gonna do? Crow's foot? Is that even gonna be useful here? I guess he might. Tranquility, maybe? Because I was saying that it's like that, you know, I am going to outrange enemies more often than not. I guess? Oh boy. This is some good stuff. Anyway. Hey. Well, prepare to send me back now, because I don't think this is going to work out in my favor. Yeah, just do the cycle through your phases really fast. That's kind of the only chance that I got here. Okay, well, I got the parry. Okay, he just did decide to cycle through the phases this time. Come on, just keep going. I think I need one more before we get into the final one. Oh, or not. Oh, whoops. I thought that my shield would have lasted that entire time. Well, that was a stupid run. Good night, everybody.